Across the country, renew calls to defund police. The Oakland City Council voted unanimously to restore $10 million in funding for their fire and police departments. Now, this comes as the city sees an alarming uptick in violent crime over the past year. Oakland Police Chief Leronne Armstrong joins us now. Good morning to you, sir. So last year, $30 million was cut from the Oakland police budget, and $10 million of that was just restored. So why is that?
Well, I think we've seen tremendous increases in violence in the city of Oakland. Obviously, 41 homicides is a tremendous increase compared to where we were last year at 13 at the same time. I also think that the level of sideshow activity and violence related to that has contributed to the great need for additional police resources.
Yeah, I'm looking at the crime numbers. Homicides up 215%, shootings 101%, carjackings a 160% increase, robberies a 50% increase. Do you think that the budget cuts are directly responsible for this increase in crime?
I think it definitely had an impact. When you have reduced resources, it reduces your ability to respond to violent crime. And I think we seen these spikes occur and we didn't have the resources to address these crimes. And so it definitely had an impact.
Yeah. And, you know, Chief, I'm wondering, from the residents in Oakland, the folks that you interact with on a day-to-day basis who live there, do they want to see fewer police on their streets? Because we're hearing that out of Washington. Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib said point blank, no more policing, incarceration and militarization. It can't be reformed. But I'm wondering about the people in your community. Would they agree with that?
No, when I go throughout the community and I meet with community members, they're often asking for more police services. They're asking for more presence in their community, to see officers walking, to see patrol cars roaming in their communities. And so I think that message has not been heard clearly as it is when I'm going out into the community, the great need for police services throughout the city of Oakland. And the numbers clearly suggest that there is a problem with violence.
Yeah, that's so true. You know, President Biden now wants to take up police reform. And in March, a police reform bill passed in the House, and it would ban chokeholds, no-knock warrants, and qualified immunity. So what do you think that would do to policing?
Well, I think some of those policies we have already implemented in the city of Oakland, particularly around the banning of chokeholds. I think qualified immunity is a discussion that we all need to have. It could have a tremendous impact on recruiting or officers just feeling safe as they go out and do their jobs every day. So I think it's something that needs much more further discussion.
What is the morale among your officers like right now?
Well, it's always difficult when you see crime spikes like this. And our officers have been working around the clock to address violence. And then they're hearing the message from some community members that don't appreciate the work that they're doing. And so that's really challenging. But I will say the vast majority of Oaklanders appreciate our officers doing the work that they do and going out there every day, making the ultimate sacrifice for our community. And so I'm trying to message that within our organization and trying to pass the message from the community directly to our officers.
Absolutely. Chief Armstrong, you're doing God's work. Thank you so much for joining us today.